Today's video is just going to be on this super easy, super flawless install featuring Westkiss hair. So if you guys are interested, just keep on watching. Bye, y'all. So I do it, I don't know who came up with this. I seen Glamazon Tay do it, so that's what I'm going to go with. The holes in the ear. I've seen a couple of people take credit for it, but I seen Glamazon Tay do it first, so I gotta give my credit to who I saw do it first. She could very well have not made this up, but you know, whoever made it up, thank you so much. Changing the kids' lives, okay? Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, I do that. I then take my freeze spray. Rub it with my fingers. And I take it back to about that line. I just feel like I found that this keeps it from rolling back so far, in my opinion. And then the more you use, the longer it takes to dry. But the more free spray you do use, the less you're gonna get that whole sliding back thing that everybody hates. So I mean, because no matter how much you use free spray, it pretty much dries really fast. So it's up to you. And then I just go in my blow dryer with a lot of patience. Okay, so once I am completely dry and I don't feel any cold spots anymore from my dryer, I go ahead and stop. And while it is still like this, I go in with my powder. When I'm using a really light cap like this, I don't use my foundation shade. I use my contouring shade, which isn't, let's get a little bit more in there, girl. Yeah, so it's not too much darker than my skin because I don't like a really dark contour. I feel like my face look dirty. So on camera it might look like my exact skin tone, but it's not. And I just go into the cap with this. If you still experience a little bit of lifting, just go in with the, before you cut before you cut the cap next time. So this might not work. If you cut it and notice that you're experiencing some lifting, it might not work. But the next time, just go in with a little bit of the Black Got2b and secure those sides, and go with the thin layer around here, and that should keep your cap from sliding once you cut it. So yeah, I just go ahead and I cut up to where I put the freeze spray. You want to get as much of that thicker part of the band off as you can, because that's the part that shows the worst. And then just lay your scissors flat up against it and cut off the part that is raveling up. A lot of people make the mistake of going in with their freeze spray to lay down that raveling part. You don't want to go in with something wet right away. Especially right here, it's going to cause a lot of sliding. You just want to turn your scissors and lay them flat on your head and cut the raveling part off. But if you just like must put more freeze spray, you need to do a very small amount on your finger and then hold it in place while you're blow drying. Don't just spray it and let it, it's gonna slide. Promise. This unit is from Westkiss. Y'all know I love me some Westkiss. And it is 22 inches of their 360 frontal unit. So adjustable band, comb, and then you have combs here and here. And you have a full frontal, which is what I love about Westkiss. I know y'all get tired of me saying that about their wigs, but I really don't care. I'm gonna keep saying it because, listen, I love me some Westkiss, like, period. Like, Westkiss is probably gonna be one of those companies that I would continue to work with even after, my hair company. So yeah, I just love Westkiss. They're always really sweet. They do everything within like a timely manner. They make sure that everything is right, everything is good. They really care about you guys. They don't ask me to do crazy things and put me in like a compromising situation where it would be like I'm lying to y'all or something like that. They really send me quality hair every time. And they send y'all quality hair, because I know a lot of people have told me that they got hair and it was the same as mine. And I'm just like, that is what makes me really happy with the company. Like, just do right. Like, it's easy to do wrong, but just do the right thing. So I really love that about Westkiss. I'm gonna cut the lace from around the back before I put this on my head, because that part can be kind of hard sometimes. Okay, so I went ahead and tightened my straps back here. So this wig is literally fitting so good, like so good. I swear Westkiss is the best, period. So I'm going to show you guys, I've done it before, but I don't think I've ever just like showed you the quickest and easiest way to apply your, which I think I may do this one glueless and just, because it's fitting literally so good, like. Quickest or anything like that, although it doesn't take me but about 5 minutes, literally. The easiest way to apply your lace wig, lace frontal, is leave the lace on it, especially if you're like, you know, new to it. Leave the lace on it, and if you're using gel and free spray, use the smallest amount of gel. You do not need a whole lot of this. A whole lot of this takes forever to dry, and the more you use, the more that cap kind of slides back. So I'm being particular about telling you guys what makes these caps slide back the most. And for the most part, it's a lot of wet product. Like, you have to be very faint-handed with the product, or that cap is gonna retreat in a major way. I mean, that's just what it is. Unless you glue it down with Ghost Bond or Bold Hold, which, I mean, I know some stylists do. I don't recommend it. Yeah, like, I just think that that is like hell on your edges, and I think it's crazy. I know certain stylists, I have seen stylists do it and I buck my eyes and I'm like, what the hell? And then I go in with my free spray on my finger. I do not spray this on my, for one, free spray just like has a mind of its own and it goes wherever, especially if some of it is dried up on there. So I do it on my finger and then I rub it onto my skin more so than the cap, because this is really wet and will definitely cause the cap to retreat. And then you just pull your lace down and then just press it into the skin. And that was literally, like, I want to say less than 5 minutes. Then I'm just going to go in with my Care wax stick. You guys ask me all the time, and my hot comb is from Sally's, and I think it was like $50. And it's just the golden hot one. The thing about this hot comb is it takes it a little bit to heat up, but baby, when it heat up, it's popping. It's like a really good hot comb. I've had it now for like 2 years. Oh no, I had it for like a year now. 2 years. I had it for a whole year now. And it's still going strong, not giving me any problems whatsoever. Come on, scalp. I love when I part my hair and I can see, like, it just looks like scalp. Like, I love that. And I did do a slanted part on purpose, if anyone is concerned. Okay, and then the last thing we're gonna do is baby hair. So you just want to take a thin roll of hair. Very, 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 very thin roll. And I just like to hold it and go in a little bit more with my plucking once it's on my head. If I see anything or anywhere I didn't pluck good enough. But because we didn't use glue, you want to make sure you're holding the thin layer so that the lace doesn't come up. Take your scissors and cut. Then go in with whatever you choose to go in with, whether it be got to be or some foam. I'm going to go in with foam because that's just what I like to use. Okay, so now you have a flawless install from start to finish. And it was super easy. Like, if you just follow those steps, like, girl, you're gonna be good. Like, and get you a unit from Westkiss because they make it all easy as fuck, period. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. Like, I hope I didn't complicate things, and I think I made it pretty easy to follow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to y'all in my next one. Bye, guys.